The teachings of the wise. Now, when a man has an orgasm, it is a profound, occult, inner earthquake. But I have found that even sexual excitations disturbs the inner ground. Many men, when developing restraint, want to have it both ways. They want the sexual thrill, plus the benefits of restraint. So some pursue the trick of merely retaining their semen, but indulging in sexual lust anyway. I was myself in the same category for some time, and it is a far wiser thing than losing the treasure. However, I found that this sort of actions involves the churning of your inner ground. You could compare it to an earthquake, where the earth moves slowly, not suddenly or violently, but it does tremendous damage just the same to structures of the land. I found that even this sort of indulgence, the stimulation, the vibration of the lower chakras, create outer negative manifestations. You are still creating inner pollution. One of the favorite terms of Swami Sivananda for the sex thrill, an inner pollution. Many so-called tantric and Taoist notions cause men to keep these actions going. Once you go far in celibacy, the only positive path is to keep the inner ground firm, undisturbed, sanctified. That means no excitation or stimulation. The ripe celibate comes to loathe all sexual excitation. He does not want females behaving around him in such a way as to turn him on. He considers it rude, uncouth, and inconsiderate when women dress like whores, not to mention low class. The visually oriented male realizes it as a form of sexual molestation. When men return to this attitude, it results in an entirely different sort of culture and civilization than what we are seeing today, in which the females now dress like whores. When there are many males like this, it brings a return to the more elegant and beautiful human culture of the past, where human sex energy acts like sap in the tree of human culture, producing all kinds of beautiful fruit, excellent architecture and town layout, beautiful clothing, delicate and complex social niceties, refined language and conversation, and so on. Sunk in ignorance want the females around them to look sexy, lust-inducing, so they can feel turned on. The ignorant female obliges, creating a grotesque social environment from the point of view of the restrainer. Now the restrainer or the retainer and true celibate would rather that the ladies have a little class and cover themselves up decently. Like a farmer who has an excellent stallion in his eastern pasture, he acts as an intelligent manager of its sexual power. Just as that husbandman would not appreciate idiots walking by the mares, arousing a stallion out of season, the enlightened male feels molested when women around him display their body indecently like club strippers. He does not want the stallion of his sexual energy aroused, out of season, or out of the right context. The right context here meaning like the private realm of a marriage and the home, and the assumed prospect of procreation. Until enlightened females and civilization return, the good man on the street must look away and avoid places where the more ignorant sort of female goes. Pause. When you finally recognize sexual excitation as spiritual and metaphysical pollution, you will begin working on ways to avoid it even in sleep, which is the most difficult of all frontiers of mastery. Even regular excitation during sleep darkens the outer world movie. For the really ripened celibate, there is a new phenomenon too. As you go deeper, your lapses begin to correlate with your outer negative manifestations that are more and more spectacular. There is seen the contrast between the life you've been building as you've built your inner ground and the old pathetic life. You are building up a house within and without, and the further along you are in the building, the greater the tragedy when you ignorantly knock it down from its new heights.